In today's video, we're talking about the top 5 most reliable BMWs of all time. And as a bonus, we're going to be including the most reliable yet modern BMW ever produced. When you hear BMW, reliability isn't necessarily the first word that comes to mind. In fact, a lot of people actually believe that BMW stands for Break My Wallet. And while this might be true for most models, there are quite a few exceptions. Case in point, the BMW E39, produced from 1995 to 2003, the E39 is often called the last of the over-engineered Bavarians. The post-facelift 530i, made from 2001 to 2003, earns its place on our list. This is mainly due to its engine. The M54 B30 is a naturally aspirated inline-six, pushing out 225 horsepower and 214 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes under 7 seconds, and with a limited top speed of 155 miles per hour, it offers a fun yet refined driving experience. The 530i averages 21 to 28 miles to the gallon, which is adequate for a sports sedan. If properly maintained, the 530i is more than capable of clocking over 300,000 miles. BMW produced over 720,000 of these models, so you shouldn't find any problems finding one for yourself. Prices vary from $4,000 all the way to $18,000, depending on the trim, condition, and mileage. However, like any car, it has its flaws. The most common problems being the cooling system, often caused by radiator or water pumps, and oil leaks tend to appear from the valve cover and oil filter housing gaskets. Up next is the legendary E32. Produced from 1986 to 1994, the E32 marked BMW's step into true luxury territory. The standout here is the 735i, powered by the M30B35, a 3.5-liter inline-six, making 208 horsepower and 225 pound-feet of torque. It's not a rocket, but it's one of the most durable engines BMW ever made. With a cast-iron block and simple design, 400,000 miles isn't out of the question if maintained properly. The E32 came with cutting-edge features for the time. Things like double-glazed windows, soft close doors, and even a telephone. Despite all that, it avoids the electronic nightmares seen in newer models. Fuel economy is average for a 90s luxury sedan, sitting around 15 to 20 miles per gallon. Common issues include coolant leaks, rubber seals, electric errors, and vacuum leaks. BMW sold around 310,000 E32s worldwide, and prices today range from $3,000 to $14,000 depending on mileage and condition. But what if flagship isn't your cup of tea? Then why not try the E28 5 Series instead? Produced from 1981 to 1988, the E28 was one of the best examples of BMW's classic engineering, with the 535i being the best model to look for. Powered by the M30B34, the 3.4-liter inline-six makes 182 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes just under 8 seconds, and the top speed is 134 miles per hour, making it a solid performance sedan of its time. BMW produced over 600,000 of these models, so parts are still widely available, and prices range from $4,000 to $12,000, depending on condition and mileage. Fuel economy hovers between 18 and 25 miles per gallon. Though the car is far from perfect, the cooling system is a great example of some of its weak points. Radiators and water pumps tend to fail, oil leaks appear around the valve cover and oil pan, and the electrical systems can be glitchy, with the instrument cluster, window switches, and central locking being a prime example. Moving on to the BMW E30, which needs no introduction. Produced from 1982 to 1994, this compact executive car has become an icon, known for its timeless design and bulletproof reliability. The 325i made its debut from 1985 to 1991 and is by far the best choice. Under the hood is the M20B25, a 2.5-liter inline-six engine producing 168 horsepower and 164 pound-feet of torque. It does 0 to 60 in around 7.4 seconds and tops out at 134 miles per hour. Not blistering, but balanced and engaging. Fuel economy ranges from 20 to 28 miles per gallon, depending on how hard you push it. And when maintained properly, these engines can easily surpass 400,000 miles. Thanks to their mechanical simplicity, repairs and upkeep are manageable for DIYers and specialists alike. BMW built over 2.3 million E30s, so finding one isn't difficult. Prices run from $5,000 to $20,000, largely depending on rust, mileage, and originality. Like any older car, it's not without flaws. Timing belt changes are crucial every 60,000 miles to prevent engine damage. Cooling systems, particularly radiators and thermostats, are common weak points. Idle control valves, fuel pumps, and suspension bushings also tend to wear out. That said, with good maintenance, the E3325i offers a near-perfect mix of analog charm, lasting engineering, and day-to-day usability. But none of these cars can ever come close to number one. The legendary BMW E34. Also known as the best BMW ever built, it started production from 1987 to 1996, often seen as the bridge between classic and modern BMWs. The E34 stands out for its understated design and rock-solid reliability. The 1991 to 1995 525i is the star here. Powered by the M50B25TU, a 2.5-liter inline-six with 189 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, it reaches 60 miles per hour in around 7.5 seconds, with a top speed of 140 miles per hour. The 525i averages 20 to 27 miles per gallon, which is quite impressive for a 90s executive car that can easily reach 450,000 miles with proper care and maintenance. Expect to pay anywhere from $4,500 to $15,000, depending on condition and service history. But be aware, the car does have some flaws you need to look out for. The cooling system, for example, especially water pumps and radiators, can often fail. Oil leaks from the valve cover and oil filter housing are also common, and electrical gremlins can crop up in window switches, relays, and central locking. The suspension may also need work after 100,000 miles due to wear and corrosion over time. But we can't end the video without talking about the German Supra, also known as the BMW E90 3 Series. The 325i and 328i were made from 2006 to 2011, and had the well-known N52 inline-six engine, 230 horsepower, 200 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, and a limited top speed of 145 miles per hour was more than enough for the average car enthusiast. Furthermore, with proper care, this baby can clock over 250,000 miles, making it the most reliable yet modern BMW of all time. Prices vary from $5,000 to $15,000 depending on condition, mileage, and trim. Common issues include water pump failures, valve cover gasket leaks, and oil filter housing leaks. Luckily, there's no turbo and fewer electronics, meaning less expensive problems and more value per dollar. Ultimately delivering a luxurious yet sporty driving experience.